certified boogie man. I'm
The Kanye West I was waiting for. Boom, hip hop divides. Old and young, right there.
Now, these rappers might look tough behind the mic or on social media, but sometimes the streets and, believe it or not, the royal guards have a way of humbling even the biggest stars. Ever wondered how some of these gangsta rappers react when they're not surrounded by an entourage, a stage, or an Instagram filter? Well, we've rounded up the moments when their so-called toughness was truly put to the test. From getting checked by goons to being hilariously shut down by the legendary royal guards, these moments will make you rethink some of these rappers' hardcore personas. Trust me, you'll want to watch till the end because some of these encounters are beyond anything you'd expect. So, buckle up, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and let's get into it. First up, we've got the notorious Island Boys. Now, love 'em or hate 'em, these two had a major moment on social media a while back. With their wild looks, tall hair, and neck tattoos, they blew up practically overnight. These dudes made a name for themselves acting tough on TikTok and Instagram, claiming to be about that street life. They'd constantly flaunt cash, do shoutouts to their so-called hood, and keep that swagger on full display. But let me paint you a picture of what went down when they ran into a real-life tough guy in their own neighborhood. So, here's what happened. The Island Boys were chillin', probably expecting everyone to keep hyping them up like online. Out of nowhere, this local guy rolls up. Now, this isn't just some fan. This guy's clearly not amused by their online antics. He starts pressuring them, calling out their whole act, and asking questions like, "You really think you're all that?" You could see the fear start to set in. The Island Boys, who were so full of themselves moments before, started nervously backing off. They tried laughing it off, saying things like, "Nah man, it's all love." But it was clear as day that the vibe had shifted. What happened to that tough guy persona? Now, they're just two kids realizing that real life doesn't always follow the social media script. For the first time, their bravado got completely checked. Now, speaking of internet bravado, we can't forget Tekashi 6ix9ine. If there's one guy who's built a whole career around being loud, flashy, and fearless, it's 6ix9ine. He's got the rainbow hair, face tats, and an online presence that practically screams, "I'm untouchable." But, spoiler alert, he's not. In fact, things went south real fast for him not too long ago when he was caught in a Florida gym. Now, here's the scoop. 6ix9ine was minding his own business, or at least trying to, hitting the weights and whatnot. Then, out of nowhere, a group of 3 guys walked in. And they weren't there to pump iron. They had one mission: confront Tekashi. These dudes weren't just fans gone rogue. They were locals who knew about his past and weren't down with him flaunting that tough image in their gym. They caught him alone, and what started as words quickly turned physical. It was 3-on-1, and even Tekashi's loudest online fans couldn't save him now. These guys gave him a beatdown so public, it ended up all over social media, making headlines within hours. The toughest part of it all? 6ix9ine's pride took a hit that no amount of Instagram filters could cover. Fans all over were shocked, some saying, "See, that's what happens when you act big online, but can't back it up." Safe to say, 6ix9ine learned that sometimes it's best to keep your head down, and remember that there are always people out there tougher than your keyboard persona. Alright, next on our list is someone who's known for handling themselves in a confrontation, DaBaby. Unlike some others, DaBaby's no stranger to standing his ground, and he's proved that time and time again. This particular incident went down in East Atlanta, an area where people don't play games. So, DaBaby was rolling through the city, maybe feeling himself a bit, when some locals decided to step up. These weren't just any guys, they were people who wanted to test DaBaby's so-called toughness. But unlike some other rappers we've talked about, DaBaby didn't shy away. Nah, this dude stared them down, letting them know he wasn't about to back down. His response? Classic. He stood firm, even saying things like, "I don't care who you are, you're not gonna intimidate me." Now, you gotta respect someone who stays cool when the stakes are high. He didn't start swinging or trash talking. He just let his body language do the talking. Now, this story's wild. TJX6 thought he could flex at Lenox Mall, showing off like he was the big man on campus. But not everyone was feeling his vibe. A group of local guys saw the opportunity to check him, and instead of holding his ground, TJX6 decided it was time to dip. That's right, he took off, running like he was late for a flight. His reputation went from savage to sprintin', showing that sometimes all that flexin' isn't worth the heat when real people want to test you. Up next, we got Rico Reckless. This one went down at a gas station late at night. Now, Rico's known for being a little reckless, pun intended, but he handled this confrontation like a pro. A guy started approaching him, clearly looking for trouble, but Rico stayed cool, no flinching, no running, just standing there, like, say what you gotta say. The other guy saw that Rico wasn't one to mess with, and just like that, he backed off. Rico showed everyone that sometimes calm confidence beats loud talk every time. Lil Wayne's been in the game for decades, and he's learned when to ignore the noise. After one of his shows, a local goon tried to step up to Wayne, acting all tough. But Wayne didn't even give him a second glance. He just kept walking, as if to say, I got bigger things on my mind. It was the ultimate power move. No reaction needed, just that veteran vibe that says, I don't have time for this. Sometimes, being a legend means you let the clowns do their thing and just keep it moving. Now, Lil Baby's encounter in St. Louis showed why he's one of the most respected in the game. When some local thugs came at him, Lil Baby didn't overreact or panic. He just stood there, calm and collected, looking them right in the eye. It was a silent standoff, but the energy was intense. With one cool stare, he let them know he wasn't someone they wanted to mess with. That's what you call composure under pressure, and it's no wonder people look up to him for more than just his music. Alright, here's a twist for ya. Sometimes, it's not the street goons that check these rappers, it's the royal guards themselves. When rappers come through London and try to act tough in front of these stoic British guards, they're often left embarrassed. These guards don't flinch, even with cameras rolling and rappers trying to clown them. Any attempt to throw shade gets met with a stone-cold stare. It's the ultimate reality check. Like the guards are saying, this ain't your playground, bro. Rappers may have fame, but the royal guards got a legacy of discipline that no flexin' can break. And there you have it, fam. Times when rappers met their match and got hit with reality checks that social media can't hide. From Instagram flexers to hip-hop legends, every single one of them learned that real-life respect ain't something you can fake. You gotta earn it, and sometimes it's the quiet confidence and ability to stay cool under pressure that speaks louder than all the talk in the world. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe for more stories from the rap game, and let us know in the comments who you think would handle a confrontation best. We'll see you in the next one. Peace out.